Hi, this is Tanya Rita with Alkemia Terapia in Whitefish, Montana. I wanted to talk to you tonight about emotions and the physical body. As a yoga therapist and a mental health practitioner for many years now, I have watched people struggle with allowing themselves to feel their emotions, then struggle with identifying what emotions are they feeling, and finally struggling with how do I now let those emotions go. The word emotion comes from the Greek root word imovere, which literally translated means to move out. So emotions are energy in motion, emotion, that are meant to flow through us. Think of a river in nature. The water is meant to keep flowing. When a river gets dammed up or there's a log jam or something like that, what happens to the water that is naturally just trying to do its thing, flowing forward? It begins to build up, it begins to flood, it begins to destroy what is around it. The same is true of emotions that we don't allow and we don't let them flow through us and we don't process them. So what we need to be able to do is continuously allow the experience, let our bodies feel it, and then know what to do in order to allow it to continue to move through so that we don't keep bottling it up and bottling it up. And that's important for our emotional health as well as our physical well-being. The physical body begins to experience unexpressed, unfelt emotions as stress. So our fight or flight system, our nervous system begins to really be loaded up with stress, and that sets off an alert in the body that begins to excrete excess cortisol and adrenaline and a various other host of stress hormones. And that begins to have an impact on our digestive system, on our breathing, on our sleep patterns, and so on and so forth. A whole host of different things that changes about our physical body. And that's fine in the moment. The fight or flight response is meant to allow us to respond to something in the moment that's really dangerous, and we need to either get out of the way, we need to fight or flee. But when that system is left on indefinitely, day in, day out, year after year, the stress hormones in our body begin to accumulate and create toxic levels of stress in our organs, in our digestion, in our muscles, in our tissues. And it becomes harder and harder to let that go. Emotionally, what begins to happen is we have a harder and harder time feeling anything. We have to start blocking even the good things. We can become really irrationally upset, irritable, have road rage, begin to kind of be snappy at people all around us without really understanding why we're doing it. And mentally, we might start to feel like we just can't handle one more thing. Nothing else can go wrong, or we're going to be done and just stay under the covers for the day. So unfelt, unprocessed emotions, or emotions that we push against and try to fight and not feel, can have and take a big toll on our physical bodies, our emotional well-being, as well as our mental well-being. And the body actually has many different mechanisms to help us process emotions. We have physical symptoms. Think about how much we have in terms of language around feeling something. I have butterflies in my stomach. I'm carrying the weight of the world in my shoulders. I feel like somebody stabbed me in the back. Various different things to describe what is happening in our bodies. And then we also have physiological responses, like our tears, to help us, again, release, let go, and even detox. There's now some really cool research about the chemical composition of tears. And what has been found is that your tears, if they are tears of sadness, are very different from your tears of joy. And your tears of joy are different from your tears of anger. And furthermore, the tears that you shed if you're cutting up an onion are yet again different from any of the other tears. So our body is incredibly wise. It knows what to do to discharge things, just like your digestive system knows. You take in food and drink, and your body processes it and lets it go. If that doesn't happen, you know that you will eventually feel enormously uncomfortable. And the same is true of your emotions. So we're really truly meant to allow the emotions to come, feel them, express them, and let them flow through without labeling them good or bad or something that makes us weak or is just a messy inconvenience. They're meant to help us stay present and to hear our inner guidance system telling us what's true for us and what we can and will not tolerate. And they can actually help us guide our decision making, help us set better boundaries, healthier boundaries for ourselves, and a whole host of other things. So in yoga therapy, we again practice allowing the feelings, feeling them in our bodies, listening to what the body has to say about it all, and then putting it all together in such a way that you can actually know how to move forward, taking action steps that have you feeling good on an emotional, mental, and physical level. So all parts are talking to one another, and you can move forward feeling like you're fully invested in the path that you're on. So I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to talking to you more later and giving you some tools as to how to use practices at home to help your body, mind, and heart be more comfortable feeling your feelings and working with the physical sensations that come along with that. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.